right now. They're very pleased to have with us on the program from Buckeyes for Concealed Carry, Mr. Michael Newbern. Michael, good evening to you, sir.
It's good evening to you. It's a pleasure to be back on your show, Cam.
Well, you bet. Thanks very much for coming on the program. This has been an interesting a few weeks, I guess, there at The Ohio State University. A lot of discussion about crime on campus. That obviously leads to discussion about campus carry. And ultimately, this what ended up with the president of the university actually addressing students on this issue?
Yeah, the president of the university held a town hall style meeting on campus safety. Actually, he targeted students that lived off campus for commuter and off-student housing campus safety. And they presented some things that they were doing with the off-campus area, increasing lighting, establishing a Buckeye Block Watch program to empower the students with the tools they need to maintain a safe community off campus. And, all these great things that, the university was doing to help trend crime down. And then, that's when I took the opportunity to ask him about allowing concealed firearms on college campuses, and specifically to ask him about where he gets the authority to supersede Ohio law.
And what was his response?
Well, his response was, the superseding Ohio law allows us to store a firearm, in a vehicle when we're on campus as commuter students. So I don't have to be disarmed from the time I leave my home until the time I get back home. And the university policy says, no, you're not going to ever do that. That's never allowed. Don't even try. So I questioned him, and he said, you have a lot of great arguments, and we can debate this all day long. But I'm the president of this university, and I will never allow it. As long as I'm president of this university, we will never have guns on campus.
That's it, huh? End of story.
End of story. So he demonstrated to us that when we do change the Ohio Revised Code to allow concealed carry on campus, and we think that's very possible within the next 3 or 4 years, as early as 2, then we'll just have to sue him like we did in Colorado.
Well, it's really interesting, Michael, that the president says you've got some great points. We could debate this all day, but ultimately it comes down to I've got the authority, I've got the power, and you're going to shut up and listen and do what I tell you to do.
Yes, sir, pretty much.
Did he bother? Did he attempt to address any of those great points that you made?
Oh no, sir. No, he didn't. He didn't care to have a discussion at all. No. But it was kind of ironic, kind of funny, because another student asked a similar question. He told a story about how he was assaulted off campus and successfully defended himself with a firearm. He was in transit between his apartment and his girlfriend's apartment, winter quarter of 2010.
Yeah.
And then he said, I asked you, President, what gives you the authority to deny me a right given to me by my Creator? And President Gee said the same thing, repeated himself to him. But no more than 2 or 3 minutes before that, a student stood up and asked, President Gee, what do you know about off-duty, undercover officers off campus busting people for underage drinking? And he went on this 5-minute tirade about how the drinking age should be lowered to 18 because at 18 years old, you're responsible enough.
Wait. The president of the university said this?
He did, yeah, but I'm not finished yet, Cam. It gets better. He said, as an 18-year-old, you're an adult, and you're responsible enough to consume alcohol safely, and so we should lower the age limit. When I came here, there was this no tolerance for alcohol consumption, underage alcohol consumption, and that's just not right. So I've instructed my department to selectively enforce underage drinking laws here on campus and off campus where we have authority.
My mind is a little boggled right now, Michael. You'll have to give me a moment here.
Because one of the process.
Well, it is, because one of the arguments we hear all of the time from these university administrators is these bright young college students get to campus and immediately become drug addicts and alcoholics. And if we can't trust, they're out of control. We can't trust them with a firearm. Why? They're not responsible at all. That's what we hear all the time. Now he's saying lower the drinking age to 18, or at least enforce an 18-year age drinking age.
Which is in violation of the law.
Which is in violation of the law,
right.
But don't allow legal concealed carry holders on campus with their legally owned, legally carried firearms.
That's right. We're gonna break this law because we think you're responsible enough, but we're not going to allow you to follow this law because we don't think you're responsible enough. Pretty much, yeah.
Well, if I were looking for logic, my head would probably be hurting right now. But I'm not. I don't think there's any logic to be found here. I think ultimately what this comes down to is exactly what the president of Ohio State University told you, which is, Michael, he's in charge. And that's, I guess that is all the reason that he needs to have these completely contradictory points of view about the students at his university.
Yes, and I don't understand the logic, and I'm sure your listeners don't understand the logic. I mean, it works. Campus carry is working on 30 universities, 220 campuses nationwide at 7 states, and we haven't had a single incident of violence, including threats or suicides, negligent discharge where an innocent person was injured, or even a theft of a firearm in any of these campuses where it's taken place. And I don't understand how you can, as the president of the university, how you can stand there and talk to us about, we need to explore, we need to debate, we need to look at the facts, we need to, do stuff based in logic and reason, and then you ignore all of it to support your anti-gun agenda. And I asked him after that was over, I said, President Gee, I just want to know, we can already carry off campus. We can carry into bars off campus now in the state of Ohio. We have been since September. I just want to know what's the difference between campus and off campus. And, he's a smaller guy. He's old, in his 70s, and he likes to put his hands on your arm when he talks to you. So he put his hand on his arm, and he said, Michael, there is no difference between campus and off campus. He said, actually, there is a difference. I have no authority off campus. If I did, we wouldn't have guns off campus either.
Respect my authority, Michael. In the immortal words of Eric Cartman. Wow.
Yep. Pretty much.
Congratulations. You are your college experience is being guided by a South Park character. I mean, honestly, that is how Michael. I'm just kind of stunned by that sort of paternalistic behavior. What were you going to play for me, Cameron? Too late. Okay. I mean, really, it is. That is such a demeaning attitude to have.
It is, and a lot of people ask me, how do you not get upset? I mean, how do you just not get so upset when people treat you like that, and people just come at you with these ignorance, and then they call you such vile things for wanting to exercise your right and wanting to allow them to exercise their right as well. How do you resolve that? And I internalize some of it a little bit because I think it comes from a point of ignorance.
Yeah, I do too.
And then once I educate them, and I say, now it's no longer my fault because you've been educated. If they can't come to the rational conclusion that's the best thing to do, then I question their mental capacity. And you can't be upset with somebody that's not smart.
Well, listen, Michael, I appreciate you coming on the program tonight, sir, and please come back and join us anytime. Okay.
I will, Cam. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.